Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today let us discuss about the subject Advanced Corporate Accounting. So in this Advanced Corporate Accounting, there is a chapter called Mergers and Acquisition of Companies. So today let us see the introduction part in this video. First let us see what is the meaning of merger. Merger andre ಏನು? Merging two or more existing company to form a new company. ಅಂದರೆ ಈಗ ಎ ಕಂಪನಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಮತ್ತು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬಿ ಕಂಪನಿ ಇದೆ. ಈ ಎ ಮತ್ತು ಬಿ ಕಂಪನಿ ದೇ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಡೂಯಿಂಗ್ ಸಿಮಿಲರ್ ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್. ಎ ಕಂಪನಿ ಆಸ್ ವೆಲ್ ಆಸ್ ಬಿ ಕಂಪನಿ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಎಂಗೇಜ್ಡ್ ಇನ್ ಸಿಮಿಲರ್ ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ದೇ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಅ ನ್ಯೂ ಕಂಪನಿ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ ಎ ಬಿ ಕಂಪನಿ. So this process is known as merging. It is also known as amalgamation. ಎ ಕಂಪನಿ ಮತ್ತು ಬಿ ಕಂಪನಿ ಎರಡೂ ಸೇರಿ ಎ ಬಿ ಕಂಪನಿ ಆದರೆ ಆ ಒಂದು ಪ್ರಾಸೆಸ್ನ ಏನಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ? ಮರ್ಜರ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. ಅದರ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಹೆಸರು ಬಂದು ಅಮಾಲ್ಗಮೇಷನ್. ನೌ ಮರ್ಜರರ್ ಇಸ್ ಒನ್ ಪಾರ್ಟ್. ದರ್ಸ್ ಒನ್ ಮೋರ್ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ ಅಕ್ವಿಸಿಷನ್. ಈಗ ಮರ್ಜರ್ ಅನ್ನೋದು ಒಂದು ರೀತಿ ಆದರೆ ಅಕ್ವಿಸಿಷನ್ ಅನ್ನೋದು ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ರೀತಿ. Now, what is this acquisition? When a weaker company being acquired by a stronger company, the process is known as acquisition. For example, A is a strong company and B is a weaker company, but both of them will be indulged in the same business, similar businesses. What happens? This big strong company A, it acquires B company, finally it will become one single company. ಅಂದರೆ ಎ ಕಂಪನಿ ಬಲಿಷ್ಠವಾದ ಕಂಪನಿ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ, ಬಿ ಕಂಪನಿ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಅ ವೀಕರ್ ಕಂಪನಿ. ಇವರಿಬ್ಬರು ಒಂದೇ ರೀತಿಯ ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತಾರೆ. ಎ ಕಂಪನಿ ಬಿ ಕಂಪನಿಯನ್ನು ಅಕ್ವೈರ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಕೊನೆಗೆ ಉಳ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದು ಎ ಕಂಪನಿ ಮಾತ್ರ, ಯಾಕಂದರೆ ಬಿ ಕಂಪನಿ ಇದರಲ್ಲೇ ಸೇರ್ಕೊಂಡ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿರುತ್ತೆ. ದಿಸ್ ಪ್ರಾಸೆಸ್ ಇಸ್ ನೋನ್ ಆಸ್ acquisition of companies. It is also known as absorption. Now let us see the difference between mergers and acquisition. So here you can see the merger, here the picture you can see. There's a two companies and two companies will become into a new company. The two companies merge together and form a new company. That is only they have given here. Two businesses of similar size and scale of operations combine into one new company. As I told you, A company and B company will get combined into A B company. What is acquisition? See, this is one big business. This is one small business. So one business buys another business, often smaller business. This is known as acquisitions. The amalgamation or this amalgamation, it involves two companies. The first company is Transferor company and the second one is Transferee company. Amalgamation ಅನ್ನೋ ಪ್ರಾಸೆಸ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ಎರಡು ಕಂಪನಿ ಇನ್ವಾಲ್ವ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. The first one is Transferor company and second one is Transferee company. What is the meaning of Transferor company? The company which amalgamates into another company. A company and B company are getting amalgamated into AB company. So A and B becomes Transferor company. ಈ ಒಂದು ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಎ ಕಂಪನಿ ಮತ್ತೆ ಬಿ ಕಂಪನಿ ಎರಡೂ ಕೈ ಜೋಡಿಸಿ ಎ ಬಿ ಕಂಪನಿ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಎ ಕಂಪನಿ ಮತ್ತೆ ಬಿ ಕಂಪನಿ ಬಿಕಮ್ಸ್ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಫರರ್ ಕಂಪನಿ. Because A and B company are getting amalgamated into another company known as AB company. What is transferee company? A company into which a transferor company is amalgamated. In this example, AB company is the transferee company because the transferor's company, that is A company and B company, is getting amalgamated into AB company. So in these examples, A and B company becomes transferor company and AB company becomes transferee company. There are two companies. One is A limited company and second one is B limited company. Now A limited company acquires B limited company. So what happens? B limited company will become selling company or else it will be known as transferor company. A limited company is known as purchasing company or transferee company. It is also known as transferee company. See, B limited company will get merged into A limited company. B limited company will have certain amount of balance sheet, think that in one side there will be liabilities and another side you know that what will be there, assets. Yes, assets will be there. The B limited company will have, let us say that fixed assets amounted to rupees 1 lakh, then current assets 2 lakh, cash 50,000. This will be the assets of B limited company. Next is liabilities. Let us say there will be loan of 1 lakh, then equity shares. Let us say there will be a 5,000 shares of rupees 10 each, means 50,000. So I think the total assets of B limited company will be, if I am not wrong, it will be 3,50,000. Now this 3,50,000 will be there, and the liabilities you see it will be around 1,50,000. Usually balance sheet should tally. This is not the actual balance sheet. To explain the concept, I am giving this example. Now what happens? B limited company will tell to A limited company, as you are purchasing my company, please sell all the assets and even you have to clear all the liabilities. So the remaining thing you can give it to me. So what happens? Now A limited company will take the assets of B limited company, that is 3,50,000. Then the liabilities are 1,50,000. So when both are subtracted, you will get 2 lakh. So this 2 lakh is called as purchase consideration. This 2 lakh is known as purchase consideration. This purchase consideration the A limited should give to B limited company. Now this 2 lakh is the purchase consideration. The A limited company should give it to B limited company. See, all of a sudden the A limited company will not have 2 lakh rupees cash in hand. So it will give in the different form. What it says, see, this 2 lakh I cannot give you cash. It will say I cannot give together. It will say I will give equity shares of 1 lakh worth, preference shares of around 50,000. Then I will give debentures of 30,000 value. Then some cash, that is 20,000. A limited company will say to B limited company that I cannot give all 2 lakh rupees in cash, so I will give 1 lakh rupees worth equity shares, 50,000 worth preference shares, 30,000 worth debentures and 20,000 worth cash. So total it will come under 2 lakh only. So this whatever he has told, right, this is known as mode of discharge. Means he is specifically telling that in what terms he will be paying the money. This is known as mode of discharge of purchase consideration. Just now we saw how to calculate purchase consideration and what is the meaning of purchase consideration. Now, to calculate this purchase consideration, there are four methods. What are the four methods? Lump sum method, net payment method, net assets method, and intrinsic value method. Now, by using these four methods, we will be able to calculate the purchase consideration. Now, let us see in depth of all these four methods. First one is lump sum method. ಯಾವಾಗ ಈ lump sum method ನ ಬಳಸ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ when purchase consideration amount is mentioned in the problem. In a problem, if the purchase consideration amount is given, then we need to solve that problem using lump sum method. ಯಾವಾಗ ಕ್ವೆಶ್ಚನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಪರ್ಚೇಸ್ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರೇಷನ್ ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನ ಅವರೇ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೋ ಆಗ ನಾವು lump sum ಮೆಥಡ್ ಅನ್ನ ಬಳಸ್ಕೊಂಡು we have to solve the problem. Second one is net payment method. What is this net payment method ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಾನು ಅವಾಗಲೇ ಹೇಳಿದೆ 2 lakh ಕ್ಯಾಶ್ ಅನ್ನ ಅವನು ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ಕೊಡ್ತಾನೆ ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನ I just showed you in what ways is he giving that 2 lakh. I told you he may give 1 lakh of equity shares, 50,000 of preference shares, 30,000 of debentures and 20,000 of cash. This mode of discharge, when they have given the mode of discharge of purchase consideration in the question, then we need to solve that particular question by using net payment method. ಯಾವಾಗ ಕ್ವೆಶ್ಚನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮೋಡ್ ಆಫ್ ಡಿಸ್ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಆಫ್ ಪರ್ಚೇಸ್ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರೇಷನ್ ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರ್ತಾರೋ ಆಗ ಆ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ನ ನಾವು ನೆಟ್ ಪೇಮೆಂಟ್ ಮೆಥಡ್ನ ಬಳಸ್ಕೊಂಡು ವಿ ನೀಡ್ ಟು ಸಾಲ್ವ್ ದಟ್. The third one is net assets method. In the question, when they have given the details of assets as well as the details of liabilities, we need to add all the assets and subtract it by all liabilities. That time, we will get a purchase consideration. See, agreed value of assets. When we take the agreed value of assets and minus the agreed value of liabilities, we will get purchase consideration. This type of finding purchase consideration is known as net asset method. The last method is intrinsic value method. ಅಂದರೆ ಡಿಸ್ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಆಫ್ ಪರ್ಚೇಸ್ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರೇಷನ್ ಅನ್ನ ನಾವು ಶೇರ್ಸ್ ಇಶ್ಯೂ ಮಾಡೋದರ ಮೂಲಕ ಕೊಟ್ರೆ then we need to solve the problem by using intrinsic value method. See, when the discharge of purchase consideration is made through the issue of shares, we need to follow intrinsic value method. This method can also be used when we are asked to find out the intrinsic value of shares. In the description, I have provided the link to avail the notes or PPT what I just showed for you. You can download it and use it for studying. So this is all about the introduction part for mergers and acquisitions of companies. In the next videos, let us start solving the problem.
If you have any queries regarding today's session, kindly send your queries to education.Mbbroadcast@gmail.com.